Hello and welcome to another exciting adventure of an Inquisitive Crafter. This is episode 65 and my name is Susie and it is, I didn't write the date down in my journal. It is March 5th, 2026. And I am sitting at my kitchen table where I've kind of just got, I'm supposed to be blocking the pills. There we go. So I'm not centered now. Okay. I cannot find nice spaces to film. So I've taken some time off from recording. I just haven't had the time or space or mental acuity, I guess, to record, but I have been thinking about you guys a lot and I am excited to be back. I am drinking a weight loss tea in my Bridgerton teapot and teacup set. I got this at Walmart last year, 2025. And I don't like the cup, it's too big, but I think the whole set is really cute. And I like Bridgerton, so. I have not read the Bridgerton books. Oh no, I've read 2 of them, I think. The first 2. And then I haven't read any more, but I kind of want to read some so I can be ahead of the rest of this season. I really liked this season. This was season 4. And this was possibly my favorite because of that Cinderella aspect, which I really like. I haven't seen the last episode, so no spoilers, because I've been saving the last episode. I've been making my husband watch it, but he doesn't really like it. I told him I'd watch it without him, but then he was pouty. He doesn't want to miss anything, but he doesn't want to watch it. Okay, my allergies are killing me. I live in North Texas and my eyes are leaking all the time. And that's not helping with this either. The luggage I'm bringing. Okay, who cares? Okay, let's jump right in. Okay, finished objects. I do have one finished object. I'm very excited. These are my friend's mitts that I made for my daughter, Sarah. Out of yarn that I told you was Suburban Stitcher yarn, and it is not. It is Chaos Fiber Co. Tonal, 100 grams DK in Valentine Pink, and I put a skull doodle and a heart doodle on the back that are hidden if she wants to have her fingers more exposed. I think these are super cute. I did block them and the stitches have relaxed a lot. I think this started out as socks and then it morphed into, I don't know what it's gonna be. This was my movie knitting when Wicked came out, the first one, and it has lots of botched up stitches in there, but I just left them in, and then I kept it up with the second Wicked one, didn't get very far, and now I finished. I really like this pattern. This is the second time I've knit this pattern. This is by Danny, The Friends Mitts by Danny Sunshine. I started this 2025, and I finished them February 28th, 2026. Of course, I was in the hopes we were gonna have a polar vortex in Texas where it would be cold, but it's not. Last week was in the 80s, it's in the 70s right now, so that's not gonna happen. What do they call it when you do this? Surface knitting. I can't think of the, my menopause brain. I can't think of the term for when you duplicate stitch. These are duplicate stitch, which I had not successfully done before really well. I was really proud of this, but I did have to start them over several times, and the skull just doesn't look like a skull. Like, it looks cute in the pattern it was intended for, but I don't know that it looks enough like a skull here. But I'm not really into skulls, so you get what you get. Okay, so I finished that, very happy. I wanted to say about the yarn. Oh, look how well it goes together. This is a coarse yarn, and I'm kind of worried she won't wear them, but then I'll have some. And if I hate the duplicate stitching, I can just pick it out. But I did block them and put some kind of wool wash on it, and it did help soften it up. So I thought it'd be good because she works at a coffee shop, and this way she'd have some protection for her hands when she's handing coffee out the window. Okay, works in progress. All right, I have been working, so let me backtrack. Okay, sorry, that was loud probably. I've been working in my Year in Yarn 2025, which I'm calling the 2026 journal by Summer Day Crochet. And here's my February. Here's all my habits. You can see that walking didn't go so well. I'm still working on it, but I did finish some things. So last month I wanted to put 12 minis into my Habitation Throw. I did not get that done. That's in progress. I wanted to finish my pigskin party projects. I had 4 of them, and I did finish all 4 of those. And I wanted to inventory my yarn and didn't even touch that. My goal was to feel productive and purposeful. I'm still working on that. And I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things to do listed. On my to-do list, and I did 6 of them. I didn't do my budget. I need to work on that. And I had 1 thing on my to-buy list, and I bought those. And I finished 5 projects, apparently, in February. Did I do anything on the project page? Let me look. It has like project logs, completed project logs. I just haven't delved into any of that. Oh yeah, I did the January Advent socks. I did Nettle, the Gnome, Washington Stocking, Joe's Perfect Slipper Socks, and Omar the Lobster. So I did complete that page. Okay, so now I'm working on March. I just did March today. So here's my March. I've had to redate everything because of course this is 2026, but the calendar is 2025. I've got my important dates written. I'm excited because my friend Rebecca is coming to visit. I'm excited because tomorrow I'm going to go see my former orchestra students compete in a competition, their UIL competition. I just retired in May after 31 years as a middle school orchestra teacher. And so I've been kind of avoiding my kids, my students, because I wanted the new teacher to have her time with them and, you know, bond and all that stuff. And so I'm going to go see them tomorrow and see how they're doing. I'm sure they're doing great. I have a doctor's appointment. I'll look forward to that, but it's okay. And then my family's annual St. Patrick's Day tea party, which is going to be tough because I gave up chocolate for Lent. So I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, so my monthly goals for this time, well, I guess let me talk about my stuff. Okay, so the first thing I have is my Baby Sea Turtle Blanket Throw by Mandy Huseth, and I started this on July 7th, and I have not gotten very much done, but I am a little bit more dedicated. Okay, here it is. So far, this is what I've done. I'm using I Love This Yarn. In almost all the colors that are listed in the project page or the pattern page, except I don't think this is antique teal. I couldn't find that. That's where I was last time I talked about this, and that's as far as I've gotten. I'm trying to work on this while I watch like TV at night. And I've only like recently started back up, and it does take a long time to get through a row, especially because I get really distracted. That's my problem, is distraction. I'm ripping out stitches right now. There's my hook. Just rip out all those. Okay. So that's where I am. Okay, so now I'm trying to be better about this cutesy stuff. I'm gonna move my marker. This is an Adornits marker, dragon marker. This was like Dragons of the Season, I think. I wish you could see it in real life. It's really pretty. I'm gonna move it here. Okay. All right, this is for my cousin whose house is all decorated in ocean and sea things, but she doesn't know she's getting it. She's asked for it, and I said, sure, I'll do it, but there was no like commitment. Okay. The second thing I've been working on is my Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. I started this on March 19th, 2021. I am using for this project Suburban Stitcher, an Advent I got. It was like a fade Advent. And I've only put in, I'm working on the 6th mini. My goal for last month was to put in 12 minis, and I'm still working on the same mini I was working on when I last talked about it. So here is the throw. There is the fade. Really, really pretty, although I don't enjoy working with this color because I don't like brown or yellow, but it is really pretty. Like, it looks like the beach or something. And last time I showed it, I was here, right there. So I've done a little bit of work. Now I can move my marker up. This is a cake marker. I don't know where I think I got this. I don't know where I got this from. And it's not very good because, okay, sorry, I got a phone call. It's not very good because the post keeps coming out. So I did switch out my needles on this project. I had them on some Knit Picks options, I think, and now I put them on a ChiaoGoo interchangeable, and it is going faster a little bit. And I did take off my row counter because it kept getting stuck on things. So I'm just gonna have to wing it. I think I have 2 more. Oh, I dropped a stitch. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I dropped a stitch way down there. So, unfortunately, I think it's between the yarn overs. I hope. I don't know. I'll make it work. Who cares? It's got some other mistakes in it. So, okay. Anyway, I'm ready. I need to go to a different color. I peaked at number 7, and it's this. So that's not much better. And I have this much left of the current color. So my new goal for that is 2 minis this month. I want to get 2 minis done. Will I count this one I'm on as one of them? Maybe. maybe. I am sometimes working on this while I watch TV. I did try to work on it while riding my bike because I didn't have a bike project. That was awful. That's probably where I dropped that stitch. That was horrible. So I don't recommend having such a bulky project. Okay, there's so many people around in my house. This is not the time. Not the time. All right, my next project is my Crocheted Jelly Roll Blanket by K.F. Jones. I started this on January 2nd of this year, 2026. And the last time I showed this, I was here on the first strip. So there's the first strip. And I have finished the first strip and started the second one. I'm having a little bit of a problem because I don't remember how to join. Like the joining did not really make sense to me. Although it looks neatish down here and then up here. It's like, what? But, and so I keep getting more stitches. So like right there, that was where I was decreasing to get rid of my extra stitches because I don't like to rip out very much. But I need to obviously watch the videos on how to do this because it's not happening. But I do like I'm anxious to work on the project. I like the linen stitch. That's a good stitch to do. I have a whole bag of DK weight minis to add into here. So I think if I get some dedicated time, that should go pretty fast. But I don't have a time to work on this, so I'll have to pick a time. I know some people do like on Sundays, I'm gonna do Scrappy Sunday, and maybe I should start that and do that on Sundays. Then I would get more effort. But I have put some work into it, so it does go pretty fast. I think I worked on that in the car waiting for my husband for something. And then the last thing I'm working on is a new project I just started on February 28th. And these are the Rose City Rollers. I'm calling them the Rose City Sliders. They're by Mara Catherine Briner. These are socks with a rolled up brim. And they're shorty socks. And I'm making these for my son, my oldest son, because his birthday is coming up. And I had bought this yarn. This is Felici. Yeah, some Felici yarn in the colorway Board Shorts. And then I have this mini, which I think was a gnome at one point. Oh. Maybe he's still supposed to be a gnome. Actually, I made them. I started a hat and this was the body, I think. I'll have to double check. Maybe I won't use this. Oh, this looks really good to be the heel. Oh, well, what does it matter? I already started the heel. So, goodbye, gnome yarn. Because I am on the heel. Okay, I have 2 balls of this. My son wears a size 16, 15 foot. He's got huge feet, and I hope they fit. And I hope he wears them. It's getting hot, so maybe they won't be very useful, but I bought that yarn with him in mind because he loves green. So I'm hoping it'll work. And my hands don't want to work on the tiny little sock needles. Well, I don't like doing that heel. It's a slip stitch heel, and I do not like that heel. I'm working on it. I love the fit of it. I just don't like doing it. Okay, so what else? I got some book talk. So I already talked about my year in yarn journal. Now I want to talk about a new cookbook. So I have a whole series of cookbooks that I'm trying to see if I want to keep or get rid of. And in the midst, here's, let me turn you, can I turn you around? No, I don't think I can. There on my windowsill, along with some insurers, some utensils, and some sugar, are my cookbooks. And then I also have in that box a whole bunch of magazines. They're cooking magazines I don't want to part with. However, even though I'm trying to get rid of cookbooks, I bought 2 more, and I have a clear favorite. This was at Barnes and Noble. On their, they have books that they put like in the little foyer area. So you enter through the double doors or in the tiny little foyer area. It has books over here, books over here. And this was one of those books, kind of to grab you. It was like $10, yeah, $10, Barnes and Noble. And it has 379 recipes for people with diabetes. And I'm trying to eat, you know, follow Weight Watchers and eat better. And we have had some fantastic meals in here. So I've not cooked too much out of here. This past week, I've only cooked out of here. Let me see if I can find some things I've cooked. Okay, so I'm going to make these, oh, I can't show stuff. These ginger kale smoothies, because I have kale growing in my garden right now. And I love ginger and I love smoothies. So that's my plan, but I haven't done that yet. It is separated into sections. So it has a good mornings section. It has a starters and snacks section, heartwarming soups, sensational side salads, beef entrees, chicken favorites, turkey specialties, pork, ham, and more, fish and seafood, meatless mains, simply slow cooked, savory side dishes, the bread basket, treat yourself, and indexes. Okay, I have not done anything out of treat yourself or the bread basket, or the savory side dishes, and I don't think I've done anything from the simply slow cooked, which is a shocker because I love a slow cooker. But I've done everything. I've done stuff out of maybe every other category, I think. And every single one has been a winner. I've not had a single one that we didn't like. And that the majority of my family didn't like, which is not usual. I have some picky kids. Picky grown kids cooking their own food, but that's another story. Okay, I'm marking here when I've cooked something so I can remember. Okay, so I've done the Italian veggie beef soup. Look at that. That was really good. I recently did, I've done a meatless one. The meatless one was good. It was, I call it a manicotti, but I'm not in the meatless. No wonder I can't find it. I'm like, huh, all these have turkey in them. You know, we're, my family is Catholic, and so we are celebrating going through Lent, and so we don't eat meat on Fridays in Lent. There we go. That is the cheesy spinach stuffed shells. That was really good. That's like all mushroom and onion and some cheese, of course. Oh, it was really good. And some spinach. Oh, I made the mistake of of using fresh spinach instead of frozen spinach, and so you cook the mushrooms, you chop up the mushrooms and the onion, and you cook that, and then you make a mixture of your cheeses and your spinach. Well, the spinach was supposed to be frozen, right? I used fresh, so I threw it all in there. It was huge. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna put it all in the microwave and see if that'll wilt it a little bit. It didn't. It dawned on me, I should have just put it in with my mushrooms and onions. ended up being fine. It wasn't as wilted as the recipe called for, but that's good for me. I liked it. These are not too complicated to make, and I can find, they do a lot of repeat ingredients, so you can buy like mushrooms. We don't eat a whole lot of mushrooms, but I can put it in 2 meals, which I really liked. I did a dinner. It was supposed to be a stir fry, like a beef stir fry, and I decided just to do it all in the crock pot. So it's pretty adaptable. I think I'm gonna show that later. So highly recommend this book, Taste of Home Diabetes Cookbook. And this came out in, when did this come out? I have no clue. Why don't they just put the year on there? But again, I have no clue. All right, that's really good. And then the other thing I wanted to show you is, I'm gonna do my Way of Historia unboxing from the Heroes Journal. Okay, so I have been a long time Kickstarter backer of the Hero Journal. I have every journal they've printed in physical and digital form. They have little side quest cards, and I have all of the side quest cards giving you little creative things to do, or mental health things to do, or physical things to do. There's a chore one, and I just love this. So this is the newest one, The Way of Historia, the Stone Path. It says, heroes are made by the paths they choose, not the powers. Sorry, that's my clock. Not the powers they are graced with. Brody Ashton. So it comes in a really nice box with a sample of the pages. Inside, it has a little tab to put on your book to hold your pen, which I love. And then here's the journal. Look at that. That is beautiful. Like, you feel really important holding this book. Like, my deepest thoughts are going to be in here. And so, oh, look at that. Like never-ending dragon stuff there. Okay, so what this journal is you going on a quest. You find your North Star. Well, okay, backtrack. It goes through the hero's journey, which is a literary device that writers have used, like in Star Wars and in Pilgrim's Progress. Like, all of these different books have used this device where the hero receives the call, and then you think about what would happen if I don't act, if I ignore the call. You think about you find your North Star, your reason for going on this journey, your reason for being. You define your quest, and then you accept your adventure. And I think these go through quarters, or maybe, yeah, I think these are basically 3-month journals. And it's done in a story. So the main character is Yew, Y-E-W, and it goes through his story where he's receiving a call to go on an adventure, but you are choosing the adventure. And so some great martial arts sensei comes into his little temple that he's working in and calls him to action, and he refuses. He feels, doubt whispering in his mind. You are not ready. You will fail. And then he thinks about what's the worst that could happen. But you're writing this down. So you write down what will happen if you don't go on this journey. So like mine is my health journey. I need to be walking. I need to walk. I need to move my body. I don't want to get knee surgery because I have arthritis and I'm supposed to get knee surgery. I don't want that. Don't want knee replacement yet. Maybe someday, but not now. If you remain in the temple, repeating the same motions, where will you be in 3 months? Well, in 3 months, I'm going to be in more pain, probably have more weight on me. So I need to go on this journey. What's the worst that could happen if I try? And what's the worst that could happen if I do nothing? So you think about those things, and then you think about why you want to accomplish this, or what you want to accomplish. That's your North Star. You give your quest a name, you define it, you accept it, and then it's got daily pages. The daily pages are undated. This is all the explanation of it. Let me turn to a date page that doesn't have explanation. It's set up in chapters, and then there's little stories. There's a little story along the way in drawing form while you're working. So it's got a place for you to put your daily gratitudes. It's got a place for you to put the date, of course, for you to do you can write a to-do list or chronicle your journey, or prioritize things, the allies, what are the positive forces that can bring you closer to your goals. You list those, you write down what you need to have, what would make you feel like you've seized the day, what 3 things in your habits that you can do to seize the day. It's got a place for obstacles that are distracting you. It's got a place to put notes. And then at the end of basically every month, it has, your chapter is complete, and you summarize. So you summarize how you feel from your last chapter, what your heroic highlights were. But basically, it's you going through your mundane life, but in quest form, in adventure form. And it is really cool and really clever, and I love all of the stories, and the art is so much fun. And every day, the page changes a little bit. So, okay. You know, like here's day 1, and there you are going down the temple stairs to embark on your quest. And then you're down the stairs, and something's happening over here. And then it keeps changing, so it's adding to your story. When they first started these, it would be the same pages for the month, and then it would change in the new chapter, and now they have made it even more story-like. I'm really excited to write in this. I usually only write in the digital ones, and I don't write in these, but I think I'm going to go ahead and write in this because I've also been reading a lot about journaling and how keeping a physical journal is important, and I want to see if that helps my walking journey. Okay, there it is, my unboxing video, an Inquisitive Crafter on YouTube with the hero journal and the way of Astoria. Okay. That probably wasn't a great unboxing because I didn't say my name, but I'd already said it to you, so who cares? Okay. I've already talked about, I've been watching Bridgerton and enjoying it. We've also been watching Starfleet Academy, which I am loving personally, is very true to young people, not young kids, but young people and the way they feel, I think. So I'm really enjoying it. No, it is not old Star Trek, but we've already had old Star Trek. So now we want something new. I hope that you guys are having a good start to your March and that you are enjoying your own journey. Maybe you'll go on a hero journey with me. That would be exciting. We could do it together. I want to know what your quest would be. So put that down in the comments, or put an emoji down symbolizing your quest so I can guess. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Okay. That probably wasn't a great unboxing because I didn't say my name, but I already said it to you, so who cares? Okay, I've already talked about I've been watching Bridgerton and enjoying it. We've also been watching Starfleet Academy, which I am loving personally, is very true to young kids, young people, not young kids, but young people and the way they feel, I think. So I'm really enjoying it. No, it is not old Star Trek, but we've already had old Star Trek. So now we want something new. I hope that you guys are having a good start to your March and that you are enjoying your own journey. Maybe you'll go on a hero journey with me. That would be exciting. We could do it together. I want to know what your quest would be. So put that down in the comments or put an emoji down symbolizing your quest so I can guess. And I will talk to you later. Bye. Today, I am making asparagus beef stir fry with potatoes, except I'm using the crock pot. Crock pot sprayed with oil. Add asparagus. Wash it first. I didn't trim it because it's pretty thin. Add steak. This is sirloin, but I think any steak, thin, cheap, whatever, is good in a crock pot. 2 tablespoons of butter, because this is supposed to be done in a skillet or a wok, but you know, can't be bothered. 1/4 cup sodium sauce, reduced. Soy sauce. Did I say sodium sauce? I think that's 1/4 cup. 2 teaspoons balsamic vinegar. That looks like 2 teaspoons. Some mushrooms. It's supposed to be 1.5 cups, but I just used half a package because I need the other half of the package for another meal. Scrubbed and stabbed potatoes, and then some salt and pepper on top. I'm going to put a lid on it and put it on low for 10 hours. 10 hours? 8 hours. Scrubbed and stabbed potatoes, salt and pepper, and we're done. I'm gonna put a lid on this and cook it for 8 hours. I'll let you know how it goes.